Our weekend briefings with the Council of Ministers. We've been given the Chief Minister and also Eddie Teare from Finance this week. Mr Teare, it's national insurance clampdown time, I believe.
Well, it's fairness time. What we're trying to do now is we're bringing forward legislation through the House of Keys, which will deal with what we think is an abuse of the system. If you have two people working for the same employer, providing the same service, doing the same job, but one person puts a personal service company, that's a company owned by him or her, in the middle. So in effect, from the ultimate employer's point of view, they've contracted with the company to provide the service, whereas the other person is a direct employee. So those are the two scenarios, as it were. The difference in tax take and national health insurance totals £12,500 on a £40,000 contract.
This was quite legal, or is still quite legal, or are you just clamping down it now, or what?
It is quite legal. It has been quite legal. What we're doing is to follow up on a statement I made in my budget this year. We want to make sure that the system is fair, and we don't think that this is fair.
But it's widely used by lots of people, I actually imagine then, because that's a massive saving.
It has been used, it is being used, but we are concerned that the use of it is increasing as well. So we need to protect our tax base, but also make sure that everybody contributes according to their ability to contribute, and that artificial arrangements should be treated as artificial, and we should look at the purpose behind the transaction.
I mean, this kind of reminds me of Jersey getting into the international headlines with having schemes for people in the UK to put money through the Isle of Man. I mean, we had a similar thing, didn't we, here with Penfold, that is in the headlines at the minute, of trying to do a bit of saving of money for people in the UK. Is there much you can tell us about that particular case, or in general anyway?
Yeah, in general, and we can talk about that because that particular case has been dealt with by the ultimate appeal court.
Because there are other ones still before the courts, aren't there?
Yeah, so this is the Privy Council one. So it's been dealt with by the Privy Council. In that case, they were paying, or they had contractors who were working for companies in the UK. They provided those contractors. Those contractors paid Class 1 National Health Insurance on the salaries that they got, but, and this is the key part of it, the Isle of Man based employment agency didn't pay their share of Part 1 National Health Insurance. Now they put the argument forward that because there was two different countries involved, the Isle of Man and the UK, the Class 1 employer's contribution wasn't payable. But because we have a reciprocal agreement with the UK in respect of national health insurance contributions, the courts took the view that the Isle of Man and the UK, for this purpose, should be regarded as a single entity. So they were then presented with a bill for £3.2 million. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to raise people's awareness of this. So if anybody else feels that they may have an issue here, please come and talk to us. And we do exactly the same thing with personal service companies. In some cases, they're fine. There's no issue with them at all. If people are contracting their services to more than one employer, we will talk them through and see how it works for them.
All these schemes about doing what I was saying there goes on, saving money in the past, it has employed vast amounts of people on the Isle of Man in jobs. Are all those sort of positions under threat now? You really are closing all these loopholes?
No, the first part of it, the Isle of Man based employer company, as it were, that's for Isle of Man arrangements. So the ultimate employer is based in the Isle of Man. It's an Isle of Man company, and the person who's providing the service is also based in the Isle of Man. So it's all done in the Isle of Man.
I mean, those sort of companies that existed and still probably exist, who have been used as a conduit to save UK taxpayers particularly money. I mean, they have been here, and I'm saying to you, are those now jobs that are a threat to the economy?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's a major issue. With the argument and the discussion in the UK is about what is fair and equitable, and also the morality of it, I think things have moved on quite significantly. But there will be people who are working for more than one employer and who contract for a short period of time through a personal service company, that's fine. You know, there's no difficulty at all about that. It's some of the more artificial arrangements which are affecting the Isle of Man's tax base that we're looking at.
Have you had pressure from the UK on this?
No. This is something that we have decided that is right that we should do ourselves. There's been no pressure from the UK. It's nothing to do with the UK. We are, in effect, the masters of our own destiny here.